And welcome back to another episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast here for a Wednesday episode. We're going to be bringing a guest in shortly. Before we do that, we're going to take a quick second to give a couple shout outs to some sponsors. First, to start off with my man Marty, Trouble Off the Tee. Check him out. TroubleOffTheTee.com has a huge sale going on right now. 50% off site wide. Make sure you go and check him out and put in the notes there that you heard about it on the Pitch Putt and Puff podcast. Marty's been a big supporter of the podcast since the jump, so shout out to Marty and company over at Trouble Off the Tee. Also, take a second and listen to the audiobook, Trouble Off the Tee. Authors Marty Midian, narrated by Jake Adams from Country Club Adjacent. It's available on Spotify as well as Audible, and I believe now there's a paperback copy available as well if you actually want to get your hands on and read the book. It's one of those books you're not going to want to put down. And then another shout out here to a big supporter locally is 420 Bliss. Check out 420 Bliss, located at 740 Hoosick Road in Troy, New York, right up in the Walmart Plaza. Stop in there, check them out, let them know the Pitch Putt and Puff crew sent you. Everything you're looking for, flour, pre-rolls, edibles, tinctures, vapes, you name it, they got it. When you're in there, make sure you guys take a look at some of the Johnny products there, the blueberry lemonade, the mango sunrise. They got the watermelon gummies. They also have the hash-infused gummies, which I highly recommend. Those things will definitely put some work in for you. So go check out Johnny while you're in there at 420 Bliss. You can put a pre-order in at 420-bliss.com or go right to the App Store and download the new app that they have. It's just a little higher. When you're on that app, make sure you're looking at the 420 Bliss location in Troy. They have a few different dispensaries in the New York City area as well. So make sure you guys go and check them out over there, just a little higher on the App Store and at 420 Bliss at 420-bliss.com. Then we're going to give a shout out to my man Jordan over at the Putter Shop. He just hooked us up with some really dope ball markers, custom Pitch Putt and Puff ball markers. So go check out Jordan over at the Putter Shop. He just dropped a new merch line of hats. He's constantly got new things coming out, as well as putters. So go check him out over there. Promo code is PPPP15 for 15% off site wide. Go and give him some support. We're going to take a quick break here. Today I got a pretty cool episode. I'm excited about it personally, being a Miami Hurricanes fan here. The Canes 7-0 going into the big weekend, rivalry week versus Florida State. That's a hard word for me to say for some reason. But we're going to bring on Adrian Colbert, former Texas cornerback for safety, also Miami Hurricane, played in the NFL with the Giants, Seahawks. He was drafted by the 49ers. He's got a current golf page on the link. So interested to hear a little bit about what he's doing now that he's semi-done with football, and see what his plans are. And we'll also obviously talk a little bit Miami, Florida State coming up this weekend. And also I want to hear a little about his experience with the Canes and some of his time in the league. So take a quick break and we will get into it with my man AC, Adrian Colbert.
And we're back here on the Pitch Putt and Puff. Once again, my name is Roger, a.k.a. RGB. Joining me today, former Texas Longhorn, Miami Hurricane, drafted by the San Francisco 49ers. We got Adrian Colbert. What's up, man? Appreciate you jumping on.
What's going on, man? Appreciate you for having me. Excited to chat today.
Yeah, man. I was, doom scrolling on Instagram, and I follow your regular page on my page from your playing days with the Canes, and then I noticed on the links page. So before we get into all the football, let's hear a little bit about the page you got going on.
So On the Links is a community brand that I started about 2 years ago. I got into golf 3 years ago, surprisingly, and took to the game immediately. Got invited to this Hype Golf Invitational down in Miami when I was still living out there, and I had no idea what I was getting into.
Right.
Never played golf on a golf course outside of Top Golf. I was very unaware.
Yep.
So I ended up getting the lesson, worst lesson ever, and then went to Top Golf 3 days in a row after that. By the fifth day, I decided to get fitted, and the rest is history from there. Golfed about 45 times on a course after that event in Miami, where it was so cool. I got to meet such a ton, such a load of great people, and from influencers to just people in the golf industry, and it was dope. Just the connectivity and just how big of a environment with people that just wanted to connect and build
Hmm.
that there was out there in that space, and I was just completely unaware of it, and I fell in love immediately.
Yeah, it's
And
one
like
of
I
those
said,
things, man, where you're going to catch the bug. Like in my case, sounds similar to yours, and you're competitive. You weren't good at it, and once you
yeah.
weren't good at it, you're like, nah, hell no. Like, and when you see people, you know you're more athletic than, or whatever the case, being like, yo, I'm not letting him beat me. That ain't happening. Like, I'm
Yeah.
on it. So you get to that point where you're like, all right, I'm getting better at this. My biggest thing was I'm a lefty baseball player. Grew up playing baseball my whole life, baseball, basketball, and I never had any lefty golf clubs like when I would just go kick it with the boys and go try to play around. So I had to teach myself how to play righty. So that was like 2 years in
Mm,
itself. And then once I did, it slowly, I'm like a mid 80s, low 80s golfer right now. So,
okay.
and it's about year 7. This is year 7. We're just wrapping up here in upstate New York, about 50 degrees this weekend. So, going to be pushing and trying to get out there. But just the competitive edge, man. And then leading, just trying to want to get better. But you could also, be good. And then when you first start, and you just obviously want to get better as you go. But you mentioned something that the meeting the people, the networking. Golf's one of those games, man, where it brings everybody together, people from all different walks of life together, from business deals and everything else. So people don't realize how much people you can meet on a golf course.
No, 100%. And like that was what really drew me. Like, yes, the competitive nature of myself and, being able to go out there and constantly get better at something
Hmm.
was also a driving factor. But like for me, it's like the connectivity, like being able to go out and play golf with a random person you don't know for 4 hours, and by the end of the round you know so much about this person, and y'all are exchanging numbers and planning on connecting again, like
Yep.
whether down the road or shit even next week if y'all are in the same area. And that's just the type of space that golf holds. And I was so unaware of it, and once I became aware of it, I was just like, wow, like this place is, like, I've been missing out. Like,
Yeah.
how can I bring this game to people like me who haven't been exposed to it in a way that makes it more approachable, um in a fun way that makes it more approachable. uh and then that's how I came up with On the Links. Sitting in This is second year of me playing golf, and I'm sitting here with my boy Jordan Poyer on the course. And I'm like, bro, like, all of these content creators are coming up on my page, all this golf content's coming up, all these creators, and like, I wonder if what if I put together a show? Like, at first it was just like a passion project, with pros versus Joes concept. I'll
Right.
bring athletes out, and we'll bring fans out, and we'll play 9 holes of golf, par threes, money holes, and just the whole nine. And we'll just have like a walking podcast on the golf course
Yep.
where fans can get a chance to meet their favorite player or player they've seen on TV, and just really get to connect and break down the athlete, fan like barrier, um, which I think is which at the time I thought was such a unique thing to do because it hasn't been done. And so I ended up shooting like 5 episodes of On the Links, back in July of 22, partnering up with Puma for 3 episodes. They sponsored it, and it was just a really cool thing. And then 2023 came. My son came first. Then 2023 came, and I kind of had to shut down the works of On the Links, and it brings us to this year where I kind of had like a resurgence of energy towards the project. And we're building a brand right now that not only has the content arm but also the community and philanthropic arm as well,
Hmm.
and really taking this serious, as a business. So we shot 5 episodes, got a couple of more episodes, unique episodes with different brands coming out, as well. But we're on YouTube, on Instagram, TikTok, and all that. But what was a passion project and turned into a business in my mind. And we've just been moving forward with it, trying to find the strategic partners that align with the values that we've created at On the Links, and finding people that want to support and be a part of the community.
Nice. Yeah, I just seen you were in New Jersey this past weekend.
Yep.
Where were you playing up there again?
I played at Battle.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, Battlegrounds Country Club. I forgot the name of the South New Jersey part it was in, but it was a
Okay.
good time. One of my guys, Andrew, invited me out a couple weeks before, and I just happened to be in the area, so I just went out and played. And like that's the type of community that we're trying to foster on the link. So it's not just straight episodes, full production episodes. It's going out and playing with people within the community and people that support the show, and just having a good time.
Yep. That's what golf is, man. Just literally out there having a good time. You
Yeah.
half the time you wouldn't know what someone's shooting, but they're out there laughing, joking, kicking it. Like that's what it's really
Exactly.
all about, man.
Exactly. And I mean, people enjoy like the competitive aspect of, getting an opportunity to beat an entertainer or athlete or somebody seen as superior in a physical sport that they probably don't play.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because you're gonna get the guys like football, for example. You got Tony Romo, basketball. You got Steph Curry.
Yeah,
Like there's guys that can play, but there's
exactly.
99% of the guys who cannot play. They didn't even think about picking up a golf club. I mean, I
Exactly.
was just a regular dude playing men's league and shit. I played till 35. I didn't think about picking up a golf club. I had
Yeah.
no intentions of pick. I used to tell my buddy Joey, dude, we're in our early 20s. We have a baseball game or something. Now I got to go play in my golf league. I'm like, your golf league, bro? But he was damn near a scratch golfer when we were,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, now I get it when I'm shooting 100 at the time. I get it. So that's cool. Do you plan, so like that part of the On the Links, you're just going to continue to like kind of bounce around and get involved with like different other social, influencers and courses and
Absolutely.
that kind of thing? Yeah.
Absolutely. So I'm going out to LA this weekend, and it's always aligned with other business things that I'm working on. So if I'm traveling, like this weekend, I'm going to LA. So I'm gonna link up with some creators out there and play golf with them, shoot some content at a couple of cool courses.
Nice.
Hillcrest Country Club, playing there on Friday, and then the Huntington Club on Thursday.
Nice. Yeah. My
So
man, Brian Athey's out there. I don't know if you know who he is. He's pretty big in the content creating world. Got a good
I,
little following on Instagram.
yeah, I don't know if I know Brian. Connect us.
Yeah. Good dude. Excuse me. I could link you up for sure. Um, so are you officially retired from football at this point?
No,
No.
so I'm still training.
Okay.
I've been in this situation the last 2 years. 22, I started out training camp with the Titans. Got released. I was actually thankful for that release. I was able to spend time with my son,
Mm-hmm.
who was just born probably like a week before the Titans called me up. So
Oh man.
you can only imagine how that feels. You have
Yeah.
kids?
I have a daughter, so a 7-year-old.
Yes.
So I could
So you
imagine, be
can,
like,
yeah,
oh no way. Yeah. I don't know.
exactly. You're like,
You,
I don't want to go, but
but you got
like,
to provide for them. Yeah.
exactly. So when I got released, I was actually kind of happy to be able to spend time with my son for the 2.5 months that I was able to. I got called up by the Bears in November, so it's just a waiting game at this point.
Yep.
And instead of just waiting and you know hoping for an opportunity, not really waiting. I'm training, but I'm also working on the other business things that I'm
Right.
involved in.
Right. The things they always tell you to prepare for when the game is. You know what I mean? That's the truth though. A lot of guys don't, unfortunately, and they run into don't know what to do with themselves.
No, absolutely. And I mean, for me, it's just like all the things that I do outside of playing football is something that I'm passionate about. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll ever get into business with things that I'm not passionate about. Like even like I was involved with this basketball investment I got into solely off of just like not even an interest in basketball, but just relationship basis. And
Yeah.
had to get out of it just because my heart wasn't in it.
Yep. Yep. Now you were drafted. You were drafted by the Niners, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, Niners. And I remember. I don't know if it was your rookie year or your second year with them. I'm a Giants fan.
Yep.
Giants fan, and I forget who it was going down the sideline. But all of a
Uh,
sudden, someone came and cleared my man out. And it was one of those things for me, being a Canes fan too. I always root for a Hurricane, no matter
yeah.
what. Once you're a Cane, you're always a Cane to me. I know you're more of a Texas guy, but I seen it and I was like pissed that the play didn't happen for the Giants because I had money on the Giants.
Yeah.
And then I seen who it was, and I was like, "Oh hell yeah, let's go!" It was like one of those reactions, you know. But I remember that play, man.
Yeah,
Um,
that was rookie year. That was my first start. That was like week 9 against the Giants. Number 12, I think his name was King or something
oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Nah, and I'm for me, like Texas low key, like they like stepson me, like stepbrother me, bro. Like no communication. I didn't even get my like jersey after I graduated.
Oh
So
damn.
I've been leaning. I started rooting more for Texas over the last like 2 years, but for a long time I had like this energy inside me, like I don't really mess with Texas. Like yeah, I graduated there, but they didn't really show me love. I'm a Hurricane, and I
Right.
mean, so now I rep both schools,
I
which
think
is
you were one of the first Manny Diaz guys he brought over out of the transfer portal, right?
yeah,
Yeah, Manny. I loved Manny Diaz, dude.
yeah,
He had that defensive mindset. Like he
facts.
was go after it. Let's go. And you guys had a solid D line on that year with like Norton and them guys. That was a good team, man. The next year was the
Next,
17 year was
yeah,
the year they went.
set, yeah, they went long.
Yeah, 7-0 and following it up this year, man. It's exciting.
It is, man. I mean, they built a really great program, and I think it's going to be years to come now, especially with how college football is with the NIL, and
Yep.
Miami's getting back, baby.
They're
Miami's
coming
getting
back,
back.
man. This is the thing I said too with the NIL. Like people hate it, but like I personally think like that's why Saban got out. That's why you're going to start to see these old school guys get out because they can't drop that bag off anymore.
No,
That bag and the car
uh-uh.
keys ain't ending up on
It
the
ain't
uncle's porch and all that shit.
it ain't enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. Now they can legit do it. Like, all right, let's put
Yeah,
it on paper. Now Miami can go.
yeah.
Where would you rather go play? Me personally, I mean, Tuscaloosa, yeah, it's nice, but if I can go down to Miami,
To
let's
the
go.
beach, yeah. Like, let's go. Like, I'm on the beach. Like, I'm in a private school. Like, I'm
Yeah, everything, all the perks, and then let alone the history of
yeah.
the program. The history
Facts.
of the program. That's one of the things for sure. Now, what was your favorite part of college football? Like because like the college football NFL, two different atmospheres. What was your
Absolutely.
favorite part about college football?
I mean, I think for me it was like the fans, like the fans in college football were so it was just different. So much different than it is in the league because, you know, in the league like fans change based off of like what players are doing. Like
Right.
like new school fans are more fans of players versus fans of the organization.
Mm-hmm.
And in college, like you care about the college more than you care
Yep.
about the player because you really don't know the players until you get to know the players and they prove themselves. So like when you go to schools like Texas and Miami, like you get the whole like state, whole city behind you, and like that type of support is different.
Oh yeah.
You love it, man. And then you go into those rivalry games and it's electric. Like I remember playing Notre Dame when I was in Miami.
Oh, did you play in the 17
Uh,
game? No, that was
that was
no, the
16.
band year.
That was
16.
16.
Okay.
16.
Yeah.
That was that was probably like one of the funnest games I've ever played. I broke my forearm that game, but
Oh
that was still one of the most that game actually got me drafted.
yeah.
Like
That does.
I was balling, but then I broke my arm in the third quarter, and but it was electric though.
Yeah.
The fans were it was like nothing else. Like I think that game was even I would compare that game to like a Oklahoma Texas game type
Yeah.
of
And
environment
those games
because
are wild.
yeah, because I mean playing in Hard Rock, Miami, Florida, like that wasn't the same as like playing in the Orange Bowl.
Right.
Especially since our team wasn't at the time, we weren't like 5-0 or
Right.
6-0, so the stands weren't even packed fully that game.
That's the thing too. I wish Miami would do. I mean, this year it doesn't matter, but go to a smaller stadium. Go to a 30,000 people stadium, 50,000 people. You can't feel Hard Rock. It's not. It's too far away from the school as well.
Facts.
I
So
mean, I've only
kid,
been down there one time, not for a game. I went for a spring game actually. I actually met. That's when I met DVD DeMarcus Van Dyke.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, he or just going. I remember taking the ride. We went down. I did a little tour of the campus, and then we went up to the stadium. I was like, "Damn, this is a ride." Like I
yeah.
didn't expect it to be that far. Like I'm
40,
thinking,
45 minutes, no traffic.
yeah, no train. Yeah, it was about an hour. I was gonna say it was about almost an hour up. And I was like, "Damn, this is crazy." And as a student, I'm hungover from the night before a 12 o'clock game. There's no
I
shot
ain't
I'm
going.
going.
Not a
No
chance.
shot I'm going.
I'm gonna catch it on TV.
Yeah, right. I can sit right here in my dorm and watch it, get a better view probably most of the time. Man. Now, I was already talked to you about the hit. So you got any plans coming back up next year up to the Northeast in the New York area? You got to link you up with the Pitch Putt and Puff crew, man.
No, I'm definitely down to come out there and connect with you guys. Shoot, I might be back. I might be back out there sometime this year, to be honest. I got another podcast that I'm supposed to be doing at in the Badlands. So
Okay.
definitely love to come out and connect with you guys.
Yeah,
Shit,
no doubt. Yeah,
get around in, even if it is next year.
absolutely. Yeah, we're we play until the courses close up here, so we'll play until the snow falls. There's 12 of us who get out there pretty much every Sunday. Um, Out of the 12, I'd say 6 to 8 of them are solid. We'll play until you got the hand warmers on. We're bundled up. It's a heated vest and shit, but we can't play for 6 months. So, and I
Yeah,
can't. I'm not a big fan of the simulator, so I try to get out there as much as I possibly can.
no, 100%.
So I don't want to, Adrian. I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. I really appreciate you jumping on. I'm gonna wrap it up with. I always do with 3 questions. I'm gonna add a
Okay.
little bonus question in here too. What's your? We'll start with a golf one. What's your favorite club in your bag?
Favorite club in my bag. I'm gonna go with the three hybrid.
Okay.
Three hybrid. I hit that most consistently. Like sometimes, like for the longest time, I actually didn't hit driver off the tee because I was hitting that average 230, 240. So
Damn.
second shot, I'm not even tripping.
Right. Yeah, that's
Like
what
I'm,
most people's drivers are is the 230,
yeah,
240. So you're right there. If you're playing from the regular tees there, damn.
yeah.
I hit
So
mine about 215, 220, my 3 hybrid. So, and not consistently. That's the thing.
yeah.
That's the
See,
thing.
like that's the most consistent club that I hit. That in a 7 iron.
7 irons mine. Yeah.
And the only reason I stopped doing that off the tee is because one day I was actually it was this past summer. I was out golfing with Vaughn Miller, and he was like, "Why you ain't using your driver?" I'm like, "Because I'm hitting this hybrid consistently." And he was like, "Well, might as well practice. If you're gonna practice, you're gonna be out here, you might as well practice with it."
Right.
I'm like, "Well, shit, might as well." So I started hitting driver again.
Yeah, I tell you, it's all it takes though is really just getting out there and practicing and getting the confidence. Like
Yeah,
I have like 3 serious rounds a week with like leagues and the pitch button puff round, but I try to get out there literally during the summertime. I'm probably out there 6 days a week, and I'm like practicing something all the time. But sometimes I get to a
yeah,
point where I practice something, then I get a bad habit of what I'm doing.
yeah.
So then I'm like, damn, like my driver, I lost my driver for like 2 months this year, and it was brutal. But I was so stubborn. I didn't want to try a different club. I couldn't
Yeah,
figure out what I was doing wrong. I was trying not to listen to other people and get myself even more messed up. But I luckily just started figuring it out like the past few weeks, and it's literally like I could if I don't hit the ball at the tee, I'm in the 90s. As long as I get off the tee, I'm going to be mid to low 80s all day. Be good. Walk
yeah.
away with my little 12, 13 handicap, and off I go. Happy about it. Happy about it. So let's get to the next question here. 2-part question. What's your excuse me? What's your favorite course you ever played, and favorite stadium you ever played in?
That's a good one. Favorite stadium and favorite course. Trinity Forest Trinity Forest or Dallas National might be my favorite courses that I've played on. Trinity Forest, they're both in Dallas. Probably like 1 and 2
Okay.
in Dallas. Uh,
I
or
played.
I've
You ever play Slick Rock down in? I think it's Slick Rock. It's damn. I went down there for a wedding a few years ago. We went down. I want to say it's just outside. We flew into Austin, so it's a little outside of Austin, about an hour away from Austin.
mm,
Really nice. It
okay.
was on the resort and all that. Beautiful course. They had like 3 or 4 different courses up there. I don't think it's Slick Rock. I'll think of the name. I'll message it to you.
Actually, maybe Aviari or Aviara. Aviara might be in Carlsbad. That one was so fire. I played there like 2 years back, and it's such a beautiful track. It's got tons of undulation.
Mm,
You can see the hills of Carlsbad. It's dope, and you
yeah.
can also see like the back line of the ocean. So it's that might be the one. That might be the
Okay.
one.
All right.
Yeah, Aviari. Um, in stadium. Jeez, man, it's a lot of. I didn't play that a lot of good stadiums.
Because you got some historical ones, both sides of college and pro.
Yeah, for real. I think I like the environment at Lambeau. Lambeau
Yeah.
is really nice. I enjoyed that. The field sucks, but the stadium is what we're talking about.
It's right in the middle of a neighborhood, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. That's just people just parking on the lawn like the old OB
Lit-
and shit.
Literally.
That's nuts. And then to round it out, if you had 3 people you could put in your dream foursome, who are they?
um, Dave Chappelle,
All right. Hell yeah.
Tiger Woods, and damn, am I gonna say that? um, damn. Nah, I ain't gonna say that one. Who else? Uh,
You got to tell me off air who you were going to say.
I'll tell you on there. I was gonna say Donald Trump.
All right. Yeah. Yo, he's a hell of a golfer, though, for an old head,
I
man.
know that's what I mean. Like I watched him on the Shambo show, and I thought that was just like
Yep.
I thought that was cool because he was dropping some shit.
Yep.
Um, but no, fourth would be Denzel.
Oh, hell yeah. I was just
Tiger,
watching
Tiger,
Equalizer 3.
Tiger, Denzel, Dave Chappelle.
That's a good one because you got mine is I threw Bill Murray's in mine. I'm a basketball player. I got my man Jay Will, White Chocolate from the Kings
Okay,
and Heat
yeah,
back in the day.
yeah.
That's how literally his game is exactly how I played. My coach used to. I remember one time I had to steal a half court. We were down 10. I get a ball. If I went up for a layup, my shit was gonna get punched to the rafters. So I threw it off the glass and for an
Alley-oop.
alley oop, catch the dunk. We go on like an 8-0 run. Next
Oh,
dead ball, I get pulled off the court. He goes, "That's not the time or the place." I'm cool. Well, tell me when is, man.
ooh.
Yeah, it was tough. He didn't like my style of play. I was rather throw the behind the back pass than the regular chest pass or bounce pass. So that was a tough
That's
senior year for me.
yeah, that's weak.
Yeah, man. I'd rather showboat. So it was Jay Will, Bill Murray, and then I had Dustin Johnson. So I had a golfer. I got
Yeah,
Bill Murray to keep it, cool, and then I got my
yeah.
man I can smoke with and Jay Will. So good
Hey,
to go.
so that's the puff part.
That's a puff part. Yeah, that's it.
Respect, respect,
That's it, man. Yo, it's
respect. You
def-
got
I got to get your prediction for this weekend. That's what other thing I forgot to ask you. Miami, Florida State. What do you
come
got for a
on.
score? What do you got for a
Oh,
score?
score. Like I'm thinking like 38-7.
Yeah, I don't even think I think they're gonna make it 2 field goals out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been putting up. Miami's leading the nation in scoring right
Oh
now,
yeah, absolutely.
putting up
Scoring.
50 a game almost.
Yeah, like I
Three
know
times, four
what they
times,
averaging like what 40 something
45 or
40.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Cam's
that's
doing his thing. He's patient as hell in that pocket. Just in general, he's
fact,
just calm, cool, collective.
facts
So
and Restrepo and the rest of the guys on the outside, not to mention Martinez running that rock.
yeah, Yeah, I like my man
Yeah,
Fletch back there though. I like
yeah,
Fletcher back there a little bit. I think Fletcher hits the holes a lot harder and quicker.
yeah.
He doesn't hit necessarily harder, but he hits them quicker
Quicker, yeah, for
than
sure.
Martinez. Um,
I mean, it's
dude,
just a
I haven't
solid.
missed a game in 24 years, bro. It's crazy. I'm a diehard Canes fan, man.
See, that's the thing. See, that's the difference. How many Giants games you done miss?
A bunch, man.
See, that's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
see that's the that's
All
the
right.
di- that's the difference right there. College versus NFL, like it's a
You know, like up here in the Northeast, bro, like it's NFL. There's Giants, Bills. Like Bills are real big up here. Patriots
yeah.
because of the run with Tom Brady. Like I'll literally like I'll share it now. I got a Kenny Phillips jersey hanging right there on my wall. Like I
A
got an Antrell Roll on the other side, man. Like my
trip.
whole room is Miami Hurricane shit. Besides this little banner behind me,
Yeah.
and it's just one of those things though. Like college football, I think the guys try harder and like you said, the loyalty to it. You know, it's just I'd rather sit home on a Saturday and watch a college football game
Yeah.
than a Sunday. And with the Giants, dude, they've been I think they kept Eli 4 years too long. That front office is terrible. I really wish they would go get my man. What's homeboy from? He's on ESPN. Fuck is his name? He used to be the GM for the Eagles back in the day. Oh my
Damn.
god, I can't remember his name. Man, he's awesome in that. Lewis Riddick.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's who I wish they would go because everything he says about a player usually is he
Comes true. It's
great. Yeah,
usually
he's a
reason.
great scout. You know, like he knows what he's looking for. I mean, Daniel Jones is not a first round draft pick. You draft Barkley, you get rid of him. Like, what are we doing here? Just throwing neighbors is going to be wasted next. It's discouraging.
Yeah.
But with
I mean,
Miami, I
it's
know every time I turn the TV on, you're going to see these kids balling out and at least trying.
hooping.
Yep. So it is what it is. So Adrian, man, once again, bro, I appreciate your time, man. Let's keep in contact for sure. If you come back up here to the Northeast, we'll set something up
Absolutely.
in the spring, summertime for sure. And let everybody know where they can find you one more time.
I will, man. Check me out on YouTube, Instagram, got a TikTok. Yeah, we everywhere. Adrian
Awesome.
Colbert. And then on the links as well.
So appreciate everybody tuning in to another episode of the Pitch Putt and Puff. And we'll see you on Friday with a preview of this upcoming weekend. Later.
Yeah.